something has been quietly taking shape in New England. And it is the kind of transformation you only notice when you stop looking at isolated results and start paying attention to patterns. The Patriots are not just moving through another season. They're actively redefining how this roster grows, competes, and responds to pressure. The narrative around the team feels different because the substance behind it is different. What stands out immediately is how much responsibility has been placed on young players and how consistently they have responded when those moments arrived. Across the league, teams talk about development, but very few actually commit to it in meaningful game situations. In New England, that commitment has been unmistakable. A significant portion of offensive and defensive snaps has gone to first-year players, and those snaps have not been limited to safe situations or late-game scenarios with outcomes already decided. These rookies have been on the field in tight games, against experienced opponents, executing assignments that demand precision and composure. That kind of exposure accelerates learning in ways that practice never can, and the growth has been visible from week to week. When young players are trusted early, it reshapes the entire structure of a team. There's a financial advantage, of course, but the real value lies in culture. Players are learning by doing, adjusting in real time, and understanding exactly what is required to compete at the professional level. Mistakes still happen, but they are becoming less frequent and less damaging. Each rep builds confidence, and confidence changes how a team carries itself when momentum swings or adversity hits. The offensive line offers one of the clearest examples of this approach. A rookie tackle stepped into the starting lineup and was immediately tested by some of the most dangerous pass rushers in football. Week after week, the challenge remained the same, and week after week, the performance held steady. Limiting pressure against elite competition is difficult for veterans, let alone someone in their first professional season. What made it even more impressive was how quickly opponents began to acknowledge the toughness and potential they were seeing on film. That situation became even more complex with another rookie starting alongside him. Having two first-year players next to each other on the offensive line is typically a recipe for inconsistency. Yet New England embraced it. Communication improved, technique sharpened, and chemistry developed through repetition. The results were not flawless, but they were encouraging, and the trajectory pointed clearly upward. Those shared experiences are laying groundwork that extends far beyond the current season. Behind that line, a rookie running back emerged as a steady and explosive force. His vision and patience allowed plays to develop, while his burst turned small creases into meaningful gains. Carry after carry, he brought balance to the offense, finishing just short of 1,000 rushing yards while maintaining an impressive average per attempt. He also proved capable as a receiver, adding another layer to his impact and making him difficult for defenses to account for. What separates his production from simple statistics is the way he approaches the game. He has shown an understanding of timing, situational football, and team responsibility that goes beyond individual success. That mindset earns trust quickly, both from coaches and teammates. When a young player combines performance with professionalism, it reinforces the standard being built inside the locker room. The receiving group has also begun to take on new shape. As the season progressed, a rookie wide receiver started flashing the kind of speed and body control that forces defensive adjustments. He did not need a high volume of targets to make his presence felt. His ability to stretch the field opened space underneath and created hesitation in coverage. When opportunities came, he capitalized, delivering timely plays that shifted momentum. His development fits naturally into the broader offensive structure. With defenses already focused on established options, a young receiver who can threaten vertically adds stress across the entire field. His confidence has grown with each game, and that growth suggests there is more to come as his understanding of the system deepens and timing improves. Depth contributions have also played a meaningful role. Players who entered the league with little attention have found ways to contribute when their numbers were called. Limited snaps turned into productive moments, reinforcing the idea that preparation matters regardless of role. That kind of internal competition strengthens the roster and raises expectations throughout the building. On the defensive side, the impact of youth has been just as significant. A rookie's safety quickly earned trust through physical play, awareness, and versatility. He became a consistent presence around the ball, finishing near the top of the team in tackles. For a first-year player to handle that level of responsibility in a complex defensive system speaks volumes about both his instincts and his preparation. Along the defensive front, young players rotated through roles, providing energy and effort that sustained performance over the course of games. Some showed flashes as pass rushers, others held firm against the run, but together they formed a unit capable of maintaining intensity. Rotational depth is often overlooked, yet plays a critical role in long-term effectiveness, especially as the season wears on. Even in areas that rarely draw attention, rookies have stepped in and delivered consistency. Handling specialized responsibilities without issue builds trust and stability, allowing the coaching staff to focus on broader strategy rather than fundamentals. Every reliable snap adds to the overall confidence of the team. Stepping back, the most striking aspect of this Patriots roster is how collective the development has been. This is not a story of one or two standout rookies carrying the narrative. It is a group effort, with young players contributing across positions and situations. That does not happen by chance. It reflects evaluation, preparation, and a clear willingness to prioritize growth without sacrificing competitiveness. Around the league, this kind of progress does not go unnoticed. Teams recognize how difficult it is to integrate youth while maintaining structure and accountability. The Patriots are doing both, and the results are unfolding steadily. There is still plenty of football to be played, and challenges will continue to arise, but the foundation being built through trust, repetition, and real experience feels solid and intentional. As the season has progressed, the most revealing moments have come not when things were easy, but when the margin for error narrowed and decisions had to be made under pressure. In those situations, New England has continued to lean on young players, and that choice says everything about how the organization views its present and future. Trust has not been symbolic. It has been tangible, reflected in snap counts, assignments, and responsibility when games are still undecided. One of the clear signs of growth has been the way these first-year players have handled the mental side of the game. Early in the season, there were moments of hesitation, small communication breakdowns, and the occasional missed read that cost valuable field position. As weeks passed, those moments became less frequent. The speed of recognition improved, reactions became more instinctive, and execution followed. That kind of progress only comes from being tested repeatedly, not sheltered. Offensively, the timing between the quarterback and his younger targets has continued to evolve. Routes are being run with more precision. Spacing looks cleaner, and adjustments at the line are happening with greater confidence. These details often go unnoticed, but they're the difference between stalled drives and sustained momentum. When young players begin to understand not just their assignment, but the intent behind it, the offense gains flexibility and rhythm. The offensive line has mirrored that progression. Communication before the snap has tightened, blitz recognition has improved, and protection schemes are being executed with greater consistency. Facing experienced defenses that disguise pressure and shift late is a steep learning curve. For rookies to navigate that environment and continue to improve week after week reflects both preparation and adaptability. Those lessons are being absorbed in real time and stored for seasons to come. The running game has benefited directly from that stability. With clearer lanes and improved coordination up front, the rookie running back has been able to trust the design of plays and make decisive cuts. His ability to stay patient while still attacking space has helped control tempo and keep the offense balanced. That balance matters, especially in games where controlling possession and field position becomes critical. Defensively, communication has been one of the biggest areas of improvement. Early uncertainty has given way to quicker alignment and more confident coverage rotations. Young defenders are no longer thinking through each step. They are reacting, flowing to the ball, and playing faster as a unit. When a defense reaches that point, it becomes much harder to exploit with misdirection or tempo. Versatility has also emerged as a defining trait. Several young defenders have shown the ability to handle multiple roles, whether shifting responsibilities based on formation or adjusting mid-play. That flexibility allows the defense to disguise intentions and stay unpredictable. Against experienced offenses, that unpredictability is invaluable, forcing hesitation and creating opportunities for disruption. Physical endurance has been another important factor. The professional season tests conditioning and recovery in ways that college football cannot replicate. For rookies to maintain effectiveness deep into the schedule shows that preparation extends beyond the practice field. Habits, discipline, and mental resilience all play a role. These players are learning how to manage their bodies and focus across an extended grind. Depth continues to quietly shape outcomes. Injuries and fatigue inevitably open doors, and when those moments arrive, prepared players step in. That readiness reflects a culture where every practice rep carries meaning. Young players understand that opportunities can come suddenly, and when they do, performance matters more than draft status or expectation. Special teams have reinforced that standard. Consistency in those phases often determines close games, and reliable execution builds confidence across the roster. Young contributors handling those responsibilities cleanly helps stabilize the entire operation and prevents momentum swings caused by avoidable mistakes. What becomes increasingly clear is how intentional this developmental path has been. The Patriots are not simply reacting to circumstances. They are committing to a process that values exposure, accountability, and growth through challenge. That process requires patience, but it also demands competitiveness, and balancing those two elements is one of the hardest tasks in professional sports. Around the league, observers recognize how rare it is to see so many first-year players contributing meaningfully without the structure breaking down. Development often comes with chaos. Here, it has come with discipline. That combination raises questions about how sustainable this approach might be, and whether it can continue to scale as expectations rise. Internally, the impact is just as important. Young players see a clear connection between preparation and opportunity. Veterans see effort and progress being rewarded. Coaches see concepts translating from meetings to the field. When all three align, belief strengthens, and belief shows up in performance when conditions are less than ideal. As competition intensifies and the environment grows more demanding, these lessons will continue to be tested. Young teams are defined not by how they perform when confident, but by how they respond when momentum turns or adversity hits unexpectedly. The reps being accumulated now are shaping those responses, building instincts that will surface later. Every snap taken by a rookie in a meaningful situation adds to that foundation. Every correction, every adjustment, every hard lesson becomes part of the identity being formed. This is not about chasing immediate perfection. It is about creating a roster that understands pressure, communicates clearly, and executes with intent when the stakes rise. The direction is evident in how the team carries itself from week to week. There's growing composure, sharper execution, and a sense that the moment is no longer overwhelming. As these young players continue to absorb experience, the ceiling naturally rises, and the structure supporting that growth becomes stronger with each passing game. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe and leave a like. Your support helps us bring you the latest updates on the New England Patriots. And of course, drop your thoughts in the comments. We love hearing from Patriots fans. Whispers began circulating around the league late last night that something serious has fractured inside the Patriots locker room. According to sources close to the organization, head coach Mike VRABEL may have reached a breaking point with one of the team's established starters after a heated confrontation that reportedly escalated far beyond a routine disagreement. The situation is being described internally as volatile, emotional, and possibly irreversible. The argument, as the rumor goes, unfolded behind closed doors and involved strong language, raised voices, and a clash of authority. Those familiar with the exchange suggest VRABEL felt openly challenged in front of staff members, a line he is not known to tolerate. Shortly after the incident, a phrase attributed to the coach began echoing through team circles. "He won't come back anymore." While no official statement has been released, the message alone was enough to ignite speculation across the league. The player involved is said to be a locker room presence with status and experience, which only amplifies the shock. Teammates were allegedly caught off guard by how quickly the tone shifted from tense to final. Some believe the disagreement stemmed from philosophical differences. Others point to frustration that had been building for weeks. Whatever the cause, the aftermath appears to have left little room for reconciliation. Around the league, executives and rival coaches are watching closely. VRABEL has built a reputation as a leader who values discipline and accountability above all else, even when it comes at a high cost. Letting go of a starter, especially under these circumstances, would send a clear signal about who truly sets the standard in New England. For now, everything remains in the realm of speculation. The Patriots are keeping silent, and the players' camp has not responded publicly. Still, the sense around the team is that this was not a simple sideline spat, but a defining moment that could reshape the roster and the locker room hierarchy. If the rumors prove accurate, the Patriots may soon be facing a future without one of their familiar faces, all because a single confrontation crossed a line that VRABEL was unwilling to forgive. That's it for today's update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving fresh and exclusive Patriots news, make sure to subscribe and hit like. We always appreciate hearing your opinions in the comments. See you in the next one, Patriots Nation.